Hi everyone, this is Monica from Craft Plan Create. Today I'm making a journal and I am recycling some materials that I have received in the mail or I just had in the house. I will be recycling this multigrain crackers box and I have the dimensions right here of this length from this end to this end is 13 3/4 inches, and from this end to this end it's 6 1/4 inches. And this little box here, each side outside of the spine is 5 1/2 inches by 6 1/4 inches. Yes, the height is longer than the width. And this is the only part that really concerns me. I'm recycling this United States Postal Service envelope that we received for something, and it will serve as a template so that when I am cutting my paper down to fit in my journal and creating my signatures, which is my collection of pages that will be sewn in, I will use this to cut. My theme for this journal is a bird's eye view of the world. So it will have birds and traveling and like fun things. And the reason why I picked this theme is because in the mail I received this lovely AAA brochure for travel destinations, and it had such lovely colors in it that I wanted to include that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a signature out of these pages. I already have a video on my channel about how to make coffee stain and tea stain papers. This is one of those, and I cut it down to size so that you can see what I mean by this template. As you saw, when I measured the template up with my book here, that you can see that I'll have a very small space around to place the signature, and that's exactly the way I want it, because I'm hoping to have like fun edges that pop out. And I have cut the tea dye or the tea stain paper, either way that you want to call it. I've cut it down so that you can't see it in the template. Just want to show you here. You see that? So it fits in there, and I know it will fit nicely in my book. It's roughly like 10 and a half, it's almost 10 1/2 inches in length, and then it's just like 6 inches in height. But I think I want it just a little bit shorter. Let me see if this will work. Oh yeah, this is 6 1/4. Let me just take this to 10 1/2 inches and let's see what we have here. I know that this seems like it doesn't really go with the fabric, but I picked this fabric because it does have like these blues and it has some of the yellows in there. And you know, these journals are supposed to be a little eclectic anyway. So after I cut my paper down, I'm going to use my corner rounder to round my edges, and I'm just using the medium. I don't know if you can see that there. It says medium right here. Yep. I am in the process of getting new lights because this one is just on the blink. I'm telling you, it gave up the ghost right before Easter. Okay, so now I'm just going to fold it in half. And you can use a bone folder. I have mine here. But if you don't have one, your fingers work just fine. And again, let's just check it against the template. And remember I said I wanted some edges to pop out just a little bit. I want you to see how this would look inside of the book itself. You see that? It's perfect spacing. So I'm okay with this. Now, let's go ahead and round these edges. So remember, this height was 6 inches. So let's just go ahead and take it to 6 and just a smidge down. It's okay if some of the pages are just a little bit bigger than the others. And also I wanted to tell you, with these long papers, you could also just score it and fold it over and create some pockets there. But for me personally, I have a different idea of where I want to take this journal. I have a lot of colors in mind that I want to mix into the journal itself. So I'm going to keep these pages pretty simple. Oh, how cool. This is linen paper, and I don't know if you can see, but there is a watermark there. Oh yeah, you can see it. It does catch. And this one is a very thin paper, but I'll tell you why I'm going to use it. Because inside of this cardstock, it is very white. It's like brilliant white. And it's so contrasting against this tea stain paper. And this is somewhere in between these. But this seems to marry these two very well. It neutralizes this and doesn't make this look as bright. So I'm probably going to layer it like this, in some various pattern there. Sorry, this thing just slammed. I'm so sorry. It must get annoying, but I'm actually going to just take it down to here again. Try for it not to slam. It slams so violently. Because I think this one is going to be short. Because it's only an 8.5 by 11, and had I cut it lengthwise, it would have been okay. But now I can't open it. Welcome to filming. See what I mean? It just kind of, it is a little see-through, which is fine. And then I'm going to have this one in here because it really pulls out this cream colors in there. And I do want this tea stain paper in it. But, see this? I have seen a lot of people use this. It is like accounting paper. And it is from Staples, so I'm cutting that off. Just taking it just shy of 6 inches. And I'll tell you why. So here, you see this? I am going to fold it right there. I'm going to fold it out this way. I just want some texture there. And this may seem silly, but I'm going to create a little pocket in here. Okay. Just roughly like this. It doesn't have to be perfect. You know, one of the things that attracted me to junk journaling is not just the recycling piece, making something new that was old, and upcycling things that you would have tossed out and just we've put in the landfill. It forces you to think outside the box. Actually, I'm going to just do a large corner here because it's really not grabbing it. Do you see that? Let's see if it will grab in the small. Let's see. Sometimes with these thinner papers, well, that's as good as it's gonna get. Looks like. Oh, there we go. Maybe it was user error. It was user error. Okay, so that was just me. But I don't want to trim that one. I do, and then I don't. I probably will, just for uniformity's sake. And I'm going to just put it in that medium. See, all of these beautiful gadgets work if the user knows what they're doing. Okay, so let's go ahead and stack these papers. I'm going to set all my scraps to the side. And I know this looks very eclectic right now. And let's put in our linen paper. I like that watermark right there. And then I'm going to put this in there. Again, the slamming of that. And then this will be my final page. Okay, so I really like that. My paper cutter is too much. Just slams and slams. But I want to show you. You see all of these? This is kind of a high gloss. I don't know if you would call it a high gloss magazine, but it does have some gloss in it. I'm not gonna lie. But there were so many great pictures. And by the way, this is a current magazine, so if you see any deals in here and you're part of AAA, call them. So, I wanted to make one signature with you, but I have already made some. So let me share those with you now. This is probably my favorite. This is what I mean. I just did, and they have a specific name for it. Oh, it's called a fussy cut. A fussy cut of those pictures, and I really like this advertisement. This is my logic. This paper has beautiful branches and leaves, and really when you look at the trees outside, they're all pretty much like a green. They have flowers of some kind, but in the fall they turn orange, brown, and all the leaves fall off. And so I wanted this uniformity of these beautiful like pastel blues and yellows, and I put this little wonky fun birdhouse in there, like it's sitting on a branch. And I did use subtle colors because birds' nest hide in the trees, right? This is a very flimsy paper, but I liked it that way on purpose because it is kind of see-through, as you can see in this one, right? You can see the branches through it, and I love that. So because it's a little flimsy and this was a little heavy, I went ahead and stitched around it. And I did want a little pop-out journaling space, so you can journal on both spaces and even on this page. And then I did create this little stitch. I don't know if you can see that. Oh my goodness. There it is. I stitched the paper and then I glued it in a U form. I used PVA glue, and I just cut this paper and created it in a book form as well. Now, I did not round these edges, but I do round these edges because I've had way too many paper cuts. So I am not done embellishing this at all, but I wanted to show you how this came out. And this paper is probably one of my favorites because this is from the drying, or it's a cooling rack, and I had it outside in the sun and it burned in these beautiful lines. So I'm putting that in there. And you see it, just this green paper adds a little texture, and you can use these lines to write on. It's great. And I like all the staining. You can see it's so fun. Okay, now this is a linen paper that I did get from Staples many moons ago. And this, I just want to show you. This paper was super thin, and I don't know if you can see it. So I thickened it up because this is going to be a pocket to hold some ephemera. But can you see that in there? This was the cardboard from, it was like a fast food drive-through essentially. And it was their cup holder. You can see it there. See the red? So I glued this beautiful paper on. It's going to hold things. So it'll be nice when it's all done. And then I did want to show you this side too. I see, this is what I mean. I created a little pocket here. And this was a beautiful picture of Lake Maggiore. I hope I said that right, but I have a feeling I said it wrong. And like I said, I am no seamstress. You see, this is very wonky. It's like straight side. I'm okay. It's fine. But it creates a lovely writing space. And I like all of these stains, how they're just so, you know, they just give it a little character. That's what I'm trying to say. It gives it character. You can really see here, look how straight I was. And then whoop, off to the side. And then look at, there's that more burning onto the pan from the sun. It must have been a really, really hot day. And yes, it's grabbing here, but it's okay. And I was gonna cover this up with something, and I decided not to. This lovely picture of Machu Picchu is just perfect inside of there. And you know, I just imagine, do the birds fly over this? Do they get to see these lovely pieces of scenery around the world? I've never been to England, but I have a planner friend, Nairi. She has a channel as well, and if you are interested in planning or art and junk journaling, she does that as well. Please follow her at Creative Kingfisher. And so then let me just move on to this next signature. Like I said, I'm not done and we are working on this, but I wanted to show you some ideas here. So these look like circle punch outs, which they are. I just used my circle punch and cut these out. And this one I did not cut all the way in a circle because I did want it on the edge. And it's just, it's a bird. Remember birds and travel? And so a penguin is a bird, right? But I also made it so it can hold paper. See, I just wanted to show you. It really could take a good shaking, and it does not let go. So that's really nice. And here's this one. So this is how I've layered these pages. And see, this one I like the green against that linen by itself, and I wanted this against each other. And I love this. And this is not inking. Look at this. I don't know if you can really see. Like I said, my light is a little messed up, but it's okay. It just is what it is. You know, all we can do is our best. And then again, more of that staining that just gives it nice character. And so this, let me show you why I have this piece separate. You can create a tuck like these, or you can create a little pocket tuck at the bottom. You can create a belly band to, you know, hang things over, or you can create layers of pockets. So creating ephemera and decorating your junk journal is just part of the process. And when I stitch these in, I'll show you. And then, okay, this is the new one that I made with you guys. And then this one I really like. Again, these are not done. They are not decorated completely. I'm just showing you that they are together, right? So this one, I have the line page. And then I decided to do this tea stain paper first, and then the green. And I will show you the method to the madness in just a minute. And you know, I might flip this out actually. I kind of like this, doing this way. See, as you're going along, you might want to change things up, and it is totally fine. See, I like that. Just a little bit of texture. So it'll look like this. And this is the next page. I like that lime green, the light green, not lime green, the light green against this cream. And I like the watermark there. And this, I just attached it directly to this cardstock. And I love what this says. It says, live the life you've imagined. This is a beautiful flamenco dancer from Seville, Spain, if you can see that. It's just so pretty. And this is a tiny little picture that I cut out, but I thought it went well with this. And you can journal on the back with a white pen or something, but it says, live the life you've imagined. I think I might have said that already. Brain fog, people, brain fog. So anyway, and this is create this whole little piece. I'll show you how to make on a different video. It's part of a paper clip. See? So you can use it here on the back, or you can use it here on the front, which I personally like it on the front. Oh my gosh, I'm like grabbing the wrong things here. See, creative genius. Oh, this is the reason. That's lovely. Okay, so I just need to put more glue there. No big deal. Or I could stitch it. Might run it through the sewing machine. Who knows? This is the beauty of junk journaling. You can completely make it your own. And so I'm just going to show you, I really want this kind of towards the center, and I want this one in the front, and I want this one with the penguins at the back. Let me just move this. So let's just see if this will work out. Let's see. Let's cross our fingers. Okay, so see how thin it looks? Because it is not full of ephemera. It's not packed yet with things. But each of these signatures has, I want to say 5 pages, which is 10 total, right? Because you're doing front, back, that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So 20, 40, 60, 80 pages will be in this journal. And that's not including all the ephemera and the little pieces that we have yet to put in. So I just wanted to show you this very, very basic structure. And don't worry, once we get it in, it should be like this, and it will be fluffier. These will be placed in a spaced out manner, like this. They will be probably like a 1/4 inch apart. So this is more of how it will look once they're placed. But we'll get to that in another video. I hope that you enjoyed just watching this and how it was made. And it was really frustrating because every time I tried to do this video, A, the light gave out, B, my dog went crazy, C, somebody was knocking on the door, or my neighbor was doing something. It was just too funny. So I'm just happy this video is made. Anyway, thanks for sticking with me on Craft Plan Create. I sure appreciate the watches, and I hope that this video just brings you a little bit of happiness. The beauty of junk journaling is that you can make it your own, and you can look outside of the box. It's just the most beautiful process. And again, I want to thank my friend Nairi over there at Creative Kingfisher for introducing me to this concept, and it really has been therapeutic for me. So till next time when we make the ephemera. Bye.